Meghan's body language shows she faked it? Did Meghan deliberately try to fool us all to appear normal and relatable to the poor average folk? Strong body language clues suggest she may have. If we compare this interview to others, we can clearly see how she deliberately pushes her eyebrows.
Pushing your eyebrows together, it's not something that you can do on purpose unless you're an actor or an actress.
She tries to convince us that she was once poor and struggling, but her body language gives her away. Just watch.
I had this very, very old Ford Explorer Sport, and at a certain point the key stopped working on the driver's side, so you couldn't get yourself in through the doors, and I would open the trunk and climb in and then pull it shut behind me and crawl over all my seats to get out.
Meghan is slouched and uses short, quick movements. This behavior is not normal to the Duchess of Sussex, at least not what she's shown in any other interview before.
As you begin to stack all these nonverbal signals, you notice that yes, she's pushing to be perceived as a commoner and not as a duchess. Well, that's new.
And it may seem that even Ellen had trouble buying Meghan's struggling actress narrative. Notice Ellen's face here as her smile drops.
Well, it looks like Ellen is really trying to smile while she's listening to Meghan tell her story, but a few seconds in, she gives up. Yeah, that grin means, please kill me now, I cannot stand this much longer.
And by the way, Meghan's sister has challenged the story, saying it was actually a very nice and reliable car.
There's a story behind that Ford Explorer, by the way. It wasn't a beat-up old Explorer. Like, that was drama. I think she just wants people to think she roughed it as an actress. She never roughed anything.
Here, it seems like Meghan simply took her hair out of her face, but a body language expert suggests otherwise.
When she does it, she covers her face. That gesture has a couple meanings, like you don't want people to notice your facial emotions, you want to hide for a second, you feel a bit insecure, because there's absolutely no need to use both hands over your face to adjust your hair.
Another example of awkward and unnatural body language is when Ellen seems to put Meghan on the spot.
We met, God, I don't know how many years ago. How long ago was that?
Now, pay very close attention to Meghan's reaction.
A long time ago, well before I was even on Suits, I think over a decade ago maybe, right?
3 crucial things happen here.
Meghan denies with her head, then covers her mouth with her left hand, and finally lowers her gaze.
This is not necessarily a sign that she is lying, but going by her normal baseline behavior, it does cast doubts over her credibility, an expert reveals. And here's why we might have doubts about their meeting. According to Meghan, they met at a dog shelter in 2012.
But we met at a pet shop, and I was going there to rescue a dog, and you would come in at the same time, and you just looked at me and said, "Are you getting that dog? Get that dog. You have to take that dog home." I was like, well, if Ellen said I have to take the dog home, I'm getting this dog.
But here's the thing. Ellen can't remember that meeting at all.
I don't even remember the story, actually, but obviously she does.
And now we can see clear body language clues from Meghan that she was utterly uncomfortable telling the story to Ellen.
First of all, Meghan has maybe not terror, but a face that shows that she's afraid of something. At the same time, she's fiddling with her fingers. Then she does a full shoulder shrug. Then she really raises her eyebrows and begins to nod nervously. And she's still fiddling with her fingers.
But here is the most important giveaway of all.
This is not a genuine smile, for a very good reason. You can see Meghan's lower teeth. That's not something that happens with a real smile. That's showing the lower teeth is nervousness and anxiety, almost saying, "Can you move on to the next bloody topic?"
And just watch this awkward reaction when Ellen asks Meghan a seemingly innocent question.
You said the last talk show you did was like, I don't know, another decade ago.
Clearly this was a massive trigger for Meghan. Again, we see 3 crucial signs of anxiety.
The first one is that ghost hand over her face. She's reaching out to touch her own face as a signal of nervousness, but her finger never makes contact.
These subtle gestures from Meghan actually say a lot.
That was a subconscious reaction, like signaling Ellen to be quiet. Most probably because Ellen mentioned something that she did not like.
But also pay close attention to Meghan's expression here.
If we zoom in, you can even watch Meghan's face muscles tense. This is the kind of signals that you look for in criminal interrogations.
You have to wonder why this is making Meghan so nervous. Besides, wasn't the last talk show she was on just a few months ago when she sat down with Oprah? And we all know the chaos that ensued after that. After watching all the body language clues, do you think Meghan exaggerated her stories to appear more relatable to the public?
This struggling narrative is done on purpose. That's because she wants to be perceived as normal, relatable, and that's one of the reasons she's wearing white, to project purity, being naive, innocent.